Everyone seems to be celebrating something different this weekend. Resurrection Sunday? Or is it Passover and the start of unleavened bread? Or maybe first fruits? Some people are just celebrating Easter. You know, bunny rabbits and chocolate eggs. But my question is, what do you think God is celebrating? If we go back to the Old Testament, the book of Exodus, and study the flight out of Egypt, it seems that over the ages, man has started to focus on the Passover. But you remember, the Passover is to be the 14th of the month, followed starting the 15th of the month, 7 days of unleavened bread. We focus on Passover. Why? Because that is God's goodness to us. He passed over us and prevented the death angel from taking the firstborn. That was an individual thing. People had to choose to put the blood on the lintel and on the doorposts. Just like salvation is an individual thing, you have to choose God. But I think God is focusing on unleavened bread. Why? Because when he talks about the 3 feasts that you're to come up to Jerusalem on, the first one, he doesn't call it Passover. He says, come up for the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Why? Because God is focusing on our goodness. No, we really don't have any goodness within us. But God remembers, he told us, come out of Egypt. Stop everything you're doing and follow me into the wilderness. And we did. We trusted God. We believed God. We were obedient to God to go wherever he would lead us. And that was for the next 40 years. In your life, you have accepted the salvation from God, his goodness. And what God is looking at and what thrills his heart, I believe, is that we did trust him. We are obedient. We do believe him. And we follow him. And he is celebrating unleavened bread. I'm Kathy Ann. Be blessed.